All right, guys, I want you to take a look at this and tell me what you see, okay? This is a brand new YouTube homepage as if you never had browsed the YouTube platform before, and they have zero audience user data collected for your particular account and your avatar. Think of it as YouTube's digital fingerprint or retina scan. Now, do you notice a pattern here? Baby Shark, cartoons, NFL, professional football, all seems normal, right? Well, then we scroll down a little bit further and we begin to see things start to change. Political rhetoric and left-leaning agenda-pushing propaganda. Angry homeowners and more fighting and bickering amongst neighbors, simply trying to do good for someone who really needs the help. But instead, we're being taught not to help anyone and to let people suffer. It's tragic. The obvious push for shorts so that YouTube can begin to lock in viewers and brainwash them like the CCP and TikTok have done flawlessly. More progressive leaning bias through blue tinted sunglasses. Oh, and fails from dumb Americans. How rude. And let's not ignore the people's champ smack dab in the middle, layeth the smackdown. But he is now, too, one of America's most hated. After what happened in Lahaina with him and Oprah Winfrey, talks of possible foul play, land grabs continue to circulate. And it just goes on from there. But the next row of content is to, in my opinion, distract and hypnotize before only one channel that I really recognize and trust appears. But he gets a pass because he's talking about the weather. Climate change, the new weapon against the people.
And potentially likely the cause for future lockdowns.
And that's it, folks. This is what YouTube shows new viewers that they have never met before, and this is how they begin to manipulate and control their minds through what they are likely to watch and view to get trapped and fully consumed on the platform.
All my YouTubers know that session time is most important, and how long you can keep a viewer on the platform is what YouTube only really cares about. That and how many ads they'll sit through and click on and pay their advertisers.
Now, this can be done either by desktop, laptop, tablet, smartphone, or smart TV, and now even by radio, sort of, because YouTube is pushing podcasts now too. But trust me, folks, this is all by design. And they're only going to make things worse very, very soon. And I'm not even talking about the upcoming September 23rd and October 4th events. No, we will save that for another video. I'm talking about eliminating the competition, demonetizing content, deleting channels, and terminating creators so they are forever removed off the platform for good.
Kind of like New Mexico, taking guns away from the law-abiding citizens who have them to protect themselves against all the unlawful crime that has been happening in New Mexico and other democratic states. Go figure.
Maybe it's a way for Google and Alphabet to purge the system and free up some much-needed hard drive and storage space. But honestly, I think it's far more sinister than that. However, it seems very clear that they are doing all they can to limit trustworthy, fact-based, preparedness, and survival-focused information. I'm talking food, water, shelter, health, pharmaceuticals, personal protection, emergency warning alerts, mental health, protecting our children from harm, and something as simple as allowing little boys to grow up to be men and little girls and young ladies to grow up to be real women. And I have several examples in addition to the next channels that I think are most likely at risk and how to spot the warning signs to know who YouTube will be coming after next. So I had most recently watched a YouTube video titled "Everything is Shutting Down. Banks, schools, government offices closed due to this." And in summary, the video begins with a greeting and mention of current events, emphasizing the need for preparedness due to a potential worsening situation. Now, please bear with me here, folks, because I am very cautious and selective about my choice of words here. And I will not take the risk of reusing content. So sorry, but no B-roll or visuals for this case study. But the woman in the video highlights recent events happening in India, expressing concern about a possible outbreak coming to the United States, emphasizing the importance of being informed and prepared rather than living in fear. All fine and good, right? She includes some clips of news events about the most recent viral outbreak in India, which, again, I will refrain from including the actual terminology in my transcript because, let's just be honest here, YouTube is always listening and watching. And so in her video, visuals were included to illustrate the urgency of the situation.
Which, honestly, we're probably likely to see making its way over here with news reports stating, oh, we have the first outbreak, the first this, that, and the other, the first 10, the first hospitalization. So if you don't know, you probably will know very, very soon. We may even hear from Dr. Anthony Fauci on it real soon as well.
She urges viewers to stock up on supplies and be ready for possible challenges, emphasizing reliance on God and planning for the future. She's doing all the right things, right? So, in closing, the video concludes with a plea to share the information and garner support for preparedness. And like I said, I don't want to get caught up in this extremely sticky web that YouTube has set to trap their next victim, but I can't help but identify the warning signs of what's happening based on recent events and how other channels just got wiped out and disappeared for doing the exact same things. And honestly, I fear that more are on the chopping block next. And I don't know, maybe she'll be one of them. I mean, I really hope not, but this is how YouTube works. I also came across another video titled, Warning, 10 food products you should be buying before October 4th. Now, as you all know, 10/4 is a trending date floating around YouTube and Twitter, X, right now. And in this video that I watched, it begins with a warning about an upcoming event on October 4th involving a massive alert test conducted by FEMA and the FCC. The narrator of this faceless channel expresses skepticism and discusses the potential use of fear for control. They then transition to a list of 10 essential grocery products for long-term food storage and preparation for uncertain times, emphasizing their shelf life and versatility. There's also a mention of food dehydration, but I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not an expert here. So if any of you know the pros and cons of food dehydration and getting better prepared, then please let me know in the comments. So lastly, the narrator in this video emphasizes the importance of preparation and invites viewers to subscribe and engage with the content. The video concludes by urging viewers to stay safe and informed. All seems normal and like a recurring theme. I honestly think that this channel is more than just faceless, but I think it's fully automated and run by AI. Another way for people to make money online, start earning large amounts of money through side hustles and generating passive income. And if you want to know more about it, then just hit me up. The best way to reach me is through the links in the description, and my email is posted too. Plus, I'll link videos like the ones mentioned here in the description if you want to check them out. And I don't know if you all really know me, but I've said it before. I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm not just watching it to get caught in the forever sinking black hole and dark abyss of mind-numbing content that they try to use to rewire our brains, but more so for research and so that I can monitor patterns and identify trends because that's the only way I'm able to bring you updates like these, connecting these dots, helping to prepare and warn folks of possible harm coming their way. But this last one isn't actually from a video that I watched, but rather a news article that I had read recently. And it was entitled, Update, New Mexico Governor's Unconstitutional Carry Ban Temporarily Halted. NRA files suit. So, like I said earlier, they are trying to eliminate our own rights and abilities to personally protect ourselves, our families, our children, our neighbors, and our communities from the villains of the world. Evil spirits. The same villains that they highlight and glorify on their homepage when new viewers visit the platform for the first time. Go figure. So the article said, in summary, that New Mexico Governor Michelle Grisham attempted to suspend the U.S. and New Mexico constitutions and state statutes using a public health emergency order to ban law-abiding gun owners from carrying firearms for 30 days in Albuquerque and surrounding Bernalillo County. It's funny and interesting how she can try to leverage the public health emergency order to essentially impose a lockdown. We'll save that for another video. Now, this move was challenged, citing the Second and 14th Amendments and Article 2, Section 6 of the New Mexico Constitution that protects the right to bear arms. Bernalillo Sheriff John Allen and New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres refused to enforce or defend the order, resulting in a temporary restraining order granted by a U.S. District Court judge blocking the ban. Not to mention, the NRA filed a lawsuit challenging the order, and various senators called on the Department of Justice to intervene, asserting an unconstitutional power grab. Now, I will say that fortunately there are still strong-willed people left out there in this country that will stand up for what's right. But this glory is only recognized because of the harmful intent proposed to be illegally and unconstitutionally enforced on the people by corrupt government leaders and officials. Yes, New Mexico Governor Michelle Grisham. But this only proves my point and clearly reveals what they are trying to do to us. And for those of you who don't know who the governor of New Mexico is, Michelle Lynn Lujan Grisham is an American lawyer and politician serving since 2019 as the 32nd governor of New Mexico. She's a member of the Democratic Party, and Lujan Grisham previously served as a U.S. representative for New Mexico's 1st congressional district from 2013 to 2019. But come on, folks, this is truly insane. I mean, which would you prefer? A government that's trying to disarm you and make you helpless and defenseless against all harmful personal attacks, violent crimes, robberies, as well as biological warfare and mandated lockdowns, masks, and jabs. Or elected officials who believe they are above the law, getting high, partying, giving a little rub and tug, happy ending in the dark theater, or posting their sexual activities online for their fans only to send them tips to support their campaign. And as I promised, I want to share with you my thoughts on the obvious warning signs that are being presented to give me the best indication of whose YouTube channels will likely be next to get shut down and banned from the platform, suffering the worst fate. So allow me to introduce you to Kingdom Reacts. Now, he briefly showed up in my analytics feed the other day, and I was intrigued about his channel, so I wanted to check him out. But what I found when I got to his channel was nothing short of heartbreaking. I watched the replay of his last broadcast, which was a live stream where he cried and confessed what happened to him at the hands of YouTube. And it was truly a sad story. In essence, just to kind of sum it all up for you, he was doing really, really well. He had upped his game. He had improved his script writing, his speech, his editing, his pre-planning, everything. He was engaging with his audience. He was doing all the right things that YouTube tells you to do in order to grow a great channel. However, he then began to get lots and lots and lots of views. I'm talking millions of views. His channel blew up, and he was expecting and prepared to receive his largest payout yet, until YouTube informed him that not only was his channel demonetized, not only was every other channel he had demonetized, but also all the revenue that he had earned through the content that he created, through the algorithm that pushed and shared this content with viewers to watch and engage with, viewers who saw the ads that YouTube got paid for. YouTube said, we're not going to pay you for it at all. Sad. It's tragic. And what I noticed with him and other channels like his is that YouTube tends to bait you along to rope you into their trap before they drop the hammer down on you. And when it hits, it is painful. He missed out on $60,000. But the clear sign comes in the form of views on videos and channel growth. And the worst part about it is most people posting videos on YouTube, following viral trends to get lots of views, are usually unaware of the community guidelines, YPP partner program, and monetization rules, and don't know what they are getting themselves into before they eventually lose it all. So when I see a channel beginning to get lots and lots of views on videos in comparison to the past, I begin to take notice. But when I take a closer look at what the content is, the message and the way that which it was created, I can begin to see that it's only a matter of time before YouTube's algorithm will begin to pick up on it too. if it hasn't already. Because I really do believe that YouTube tries to push and promote it for two reasons, really. One, so that they can make as much money as possible off of you in the process through their advertisers. And two, to build up their case for the reason behind why they're going to permanently ban you from the platform. All while not actually paying you for all the hard work and effort that you put in, that they essentially will make money off of your work 100%, with no split coming your way whatsoever. And these are the types of discussions and conversations that we have over on Patreon. Now, there's a link in the description if you want to join us, and there are also free membership options too, so feel free to come check it out. You guys stay safe, stay prepared, stay informed. I'm Kevin247. Thanks for watching.